Trapped by your debt? The biggest money lie you've been told since childhood is sitting right there in your driveway. And the second biggest is the roof over your head. In this video, Assets versus Liabilities, the only money lesson you need, we are exposing the terrifying truth. If you click away right now, you will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime to predatory banks, hidden depreciation traps, and a system designed to keep you completely broke. But if you stay, I will give you the exact step-by-step masterclass to decode this generational lie, perfectly separate what you own from what you owe, and kickstart your 2026 financial glow-up.
Meet Sam. Like millions of others in 2026, he's desperately trying to figure out his personal net worth. We find him slumped at a cramped kitchen table, completely paralyzed under a mountain of final notice bills and loan documents. Whether you're a college student quietly ghosting skyrocketing student loans, or a young professional drowning in minimum credit card payments, you know this exact suffocating feeling. You're working 40 hours a week, yet somehow there is always more month at the end of your money.
How do you practically list assets and liabilities when inflation is surging and economic rules keep changing? The reality is staggering. Over 60% of millennials and Gen Z don't actually know their true net worth. They are navigating their entire financial lives completely blindfolded. As investing legend Warren Buffett notoriously says, if you don't know where your money is going, it's going to someone else. The system was deliberately designed to be complicated, but Sam needs a battle plan. First step to recovery? Complete transparency. Sam uses modern FinTech tools to aggregate his checking, savings, and credit accounts into one automated dashboard.
But just as he feels a false sense of control, disaster strikes. A massive emergency car repair bill auto-drafts directly from his newly connected checking account. Instantly, his balance violently crashes into the negative, triggering a devastating cascade of expensive overdraft fees. His perfect automated system didn't save him. It just gave him a high-definition view of his own financial collapse. Organizing your debt doesn't eliminate it. Armed with his raw, bleeding numbers, he aggressively dives into classic wealth books to find an assets versus liabilities explanation. But almost immediately, he hits a brick wall. Traditional accounting rules completely contradict modern cash flow advice. Wall Street tells him his house makes him rich, while financial gurus tell him his house is a trap. Why are assets equal to liabilities plus equity? And how can a physical object be two things at once?
He looks out the window at his two biggest purchases in life. If he categorizes his house and his car wrong on his spreadsheet, is his ultimate American dream actually a ticking financial nightmare? What are exactly examples of assets and liabilities? Let's do a rapid myth bust that will change how you look at your driveway forever. Sam looks affectionately at his brand new car. Society and the slick dealership salesman told him it's a massive asset. Wrong. A financed car is a wealth-destroying, depreciating liability. The exact second Sam drove that $30,000 vehicle off the dealer's lot, it mathematically lost 20% of its value. Yet his bank loan balance stayed the same. He is instantly underwater. Look at how that massive auto loan spikes your debt-to-income ratio, tanks your credit score, and drains liquid cash flow from your monthly budget just to cover interest.
Pop quiz. Is a maxed out credit card a liability?
Yes, and it's the most toxic kind. Recent studies show that 80% of young adults feel intense, paralyzing debt shame, hiding their balances from their partners and themselves. Compound interest on a 24% APR card is designed to keep you trapped forever. It's time to stop being delusional about your minimum payments. Listen, if you are sick and tired of the debt cycle and want to fundamentally crush that debt this year, hit the like button right now to lock in your commitment. Want to know how assets differ from liabilities in the simplest terms possible? Forget the textbook jargon.
An asset is an army of dollars that works for you, actively putting money into your pocket even while you sleep. A liability is a thief that takes money out of your pocket every single month.
Suddenly, the blindfold is off. Sam sees the stark examples of assets and liabilities playing out in his real, everyday life. He compares his high-interest debt rates against his high-yield savings rates. The math is absolutely brutal. He is earning pennies in interest while paying out thousands to the bank. The realization hits him like a ton of bricks. And just like that, the overwhelming anxiety returns, heavier than before. If his beloved car is actually a wealth-draining liability, what about his house? How can he possibly calculate a positive net worth or achieve financial freedom when he owes the bank a 30-year, $500,000 fortune just for the right to keep a roof over his head? This next answer might ruin his perceived net worth forever, or it might be the key to his absolute freedom.
Sam refuses to be a victim of the system anymore. He takes a deep, grounding breath. It's time for his ultimate assets versus liabilities breakthrough. How do you balance assets and liabilities? To defeat the confusion, he writes down the golden, undeniable equation of wealth. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. But what does that actually mean for his house? Sam finally answers the million-dollar question. Is a mortgage an asset or a liability? Watch closely. He looks at his house. The physical wood, concrete, and land possess tangible market value. He places that total property value in his own column. But then he looks at his 30-year bank loan. He writes the outstanding loan balance in the O column. Boom! The light bulb instantly goes on. The physical property itself is the asset. The mortgage debt attached to it is the liability. They are two entirely separate things. To track this dynamically, he uses apps to estimate the property's fluctuating market asset value in real time. Then, he uses a standard mortgage calculator to strictly track the amortizing liability balance. The difference between the two? That is his equity. That is his true wealth. So, what are assets and liabilities? Here is your master summary. An asset is anything you own that holds value or brings cash in. A liability is strictly what you owe to someone else. Visually split them into own versus owe. Subtract what you owe from what you own, and the number left over is your true, undeniable net worth. Whether you are running a Fortune 500 company or just trying to budget your paycheck, this is the ultimate difference between assets and liabilities in business and your personal life. The anxiety is completely gone. By separating the emotion from the math, Sam finally has his crystal clear roadmap to generational wealth. He successfully conquered his financial paralysis and mastered his net worth calculation with this simple tutorial. If this deep dive guide helped you finally see your money clearly, you need to subscribe and share it with that one friend who still thinks their car is an investment. Now, I have two crucial questions for you to trigger the algorithm and build this community. First, what was the single hardest item for you to accurately categorize today? Second, what is your ultimate financial glow-up goal for 2026? Tell me your exact numbers in the comments below right now. Don't stop your momentum here. Check out our viral video on screen right now for a rapid-fire recap on exactly why your financed car is secretly keeping you broke. Remember, true wealth starts with a single step of awareness. I'll see you in the next video.